Hello guys, welcome back. Now in today's video we're going to talk about Kakania. Now Lucy was like that, like straightforward, huge DPS, doing this and that, extremely strong, most likely going to be the strongest character in the game because of all the elements surrounding the character. But Kakania is one of the fan favorite. If you don't know who that is, you'll see her right here when I'm talking, okay? So it feels like Kakania has a lot of question marks on her kit. Before we actually see what empathy is, how does it scale, what the hell is comfort, how does it scale with empathy, and her role is kind of like a healer sustainer of some sort. But not really, because she also deals damage, and she all goes around. All the kit goes around the max HP, taking damage for allies and stacking empathy, and then using this empathy in various ways. Now let's go ahead and just read, and then I'll tell you what I think whenever we're reading. Okay. So first of all, the insight is called Psychoanalysis. I1. When other allies take damage, deals a percentage of damage to Kakania instead. A percentage, okay? So she's taking damage for everybody else. Which is, if you play HSR, it's like Fushuan, kind of, okay? Kakania's damage taken will be stored as empathy. We don't know what empathy is and how it stacks yet in the entire kit. The limit of empathy is determined by Kakania's max HP. So it might be a percentage empathy, like 20% max HP is the max for empathy to be charged. Let's say if you lose 10% HP, it's going to be 10% empathy. If you lose like 20% HP, it's going to be 20% empathy. That's my guess. When empathy reaches its limit, so let's say it's 20 and you get to 20% empathy, Kakania cannot take more damage from other allies anymore. So it's not going to kill Kakania the more you get attacked. Like if everybody is getting blasted by ults and stuff, Kakania is going to take a little bit of damage until a point, and then it's going to stop. You're going to have your max empathy, you're going to be losing X amount of HP, okay? Now, this doesn't mean that Kakania is going to only take the damage that the allies are taking, okay? What I mean is, if there is an AoE, and the AoE is going to attack everybody at the same time, including Kakania, Kakania is going to take her damage, and it's going to take the allies' damage, which is to keep in mind, okay? That might skyrocket the empathy. I don't know if empathy is going to only trigger whenever Kakania takes somebody else's damage, or if she's going to trigger if she takes damage as well. We don't know yet. I2. When entering battle, increase max HP. So it feels like it's going to be one of those like really, really high HP character. If we don't get her signature sideshoe, we're probably going to have to use Beyond Wonderland or something like that, like we do for Ezra. Now, I3. When empathy reaches a certain percentage of Kakania max HP, heals everyone a percentage of Kakania max HP. So it might be like whenever you reach 10% empathy, by losing 10% HP, you're going to heal everybody 10% of Kakania max HP. That's what it means, I think. When self-receiving heal, so when she heals herself, right? Not she gets healed. It's very important, because this would be broken if it didn't say that. Deals Genesis damage, scaling with empathy to all allies. So by healing herself, and you will see how, she deals Genesis damage to all allies. That's probably a typo, to all enemies, okay? So it's going to scale with empathy. So we have multiple things scaling with empathy. In this case, Genesis damage whenever you heal yourself. This does not count as extra action, so no 37, okay? 37 is already partying with like 3 other characters. You don't need like another one. Now, let's read the skills and the ult. Skill 1, Subconsciousness. Single mental damage with extra Genesis damage that based on empathy. So I'm assuming if it's like, it might be 101. So if you have 20% empathy, it's going to be 20% extra Genesis damage. Maybe. Something like that, right? That might be the scaling. Now, the S2, which is a buff, if you use it on yourself, you heal according to max HP. So it's going to be like heal yourself 10% of your max HP. So if you have like if you're almost dying, let's say you're going to heal up max HP regardless, it's going to be scaling with your HP. When used on others, Kakania lose HP to give target the buff called Comfort. Comfort apparently increases attack, scaling with empathy. So Kakania loses HP to give target comfort. I am afraid that this is not going to trigger ulterior empathy, because this says that you can only get Kakania's damage taken will be stored as empathy. Does this include this or not? Can you self-harm yourself to give people comfort and or speedrunning empathy if you don't have it yet, or if you didn't take enough damage yet to max empathy? Can you speedrun by using the buff on someone else constantly? So you lose HP, gain empathy, give comfort, right? Also, can this stack? We don't know if this can stack. No, I don't think it can, because it would be probably too crazy if it could stack. So you probably replace it with the new version if you do it on top of each other, okay? So that's to think about, okay? It says when other allies takes damage, deals a percentage of damage to Kakania instead. The Kakania's damage taken will be stored as empathy. Doesn't say anything else. So does that count? Does this count? We'll see. If this count is really good. Otherwise, it's right? Because you're losing HP for no reason, and with no extra empathy gain, and for you to do a buff that gives empathy, that scales with empathy, that's kind of weird. So I'm assuming this will count, but we'll see. The ultimate, id, ego, superego. Single mental damage, consumes all empathy, and deals Genesis damage scaling with empathy. Start recording the damage target taken after the ult. Starts recording the damage taken for the target after the ult, okay? At the end of the round, deals extra damage scaling with recorded damage. So you want to do her ult first, it looks like. You do the ult, it starts recording, then you do other ults or other big damage skills that you might have at your disposal, and then at the end of the round, she's going to do extra damage. We don't know if that's Genesis, probably not, it would have said so otherwise. Deals extra damage scaling with the recorded damage. So if you deal 50k after the ult, if you do 50k, it's going to deal maybe 5k. 5 extra K or 10k, depending on how the scaling is. That's why I said there's a lot of question marks that it's either make Kakania either really good and really original gameplay, original mechanics. They might be crazy, might be good, or it's mid character. There's no in between. I am assuming that since we are on the anniversary and Kakania is a well-known and loved character, that this kit is going to be pretty good, and all of my questions are going to be answered in a positive way. Sure, this one scales. Sure, this one has a high scaling. This is high scaling. This is high scaling, right? Hopefully those are that. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Hearing this, do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think Kakania is good, or are you seeing something that I'm not? Let me know in the comments. Am I missing something that you're going to be oh no, because of this reason, she's going to be bad or good? Let me know in the comments, okay? I will be, if you're watching this video, I am probably live on Twitch. So, twitch.tv/Jagazin. But if you want to join Discord, is discord.gg/Jagazin. Now we have a clean link, right? So yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.